What's up, guys? It is Devin. This is going to be part 2 of beefing up my value boxes, plus finding a hidden gem, which I am very excited about. If you missed part 1 of this, there was a total of 5 binders from this collection. I did 3 of them in a separate video, and then you have 2 binders broken down in front of you. It was, the entire collection was 5 binders. It was basically this person's childhood collection that they just no longer wanted. So they gave it to me in full and gave me the time and the freedom to go through it and kind of fine comb everything, and just make sure I didn't miss anything that was valuable. And we ended up finding a gem, which is so much fun. I'll show you guys at the end of the video in binder 5 here. But if you missed, like I said, the first part, which was 3 binders, at the end of this video, I'll have it linked. It'll also be in the description of this video if you want to go back and watch part 1 with the 3 binders, and then come here and watch the next 2. So you watch all 5 binders from the collection. Feel free to do that. I'm going to go through and showcase everything to you. I'll quickly break down what you're looking at. You're going to have 1 binder here, 1 binder here. Anything that is in a soft sleeve means that I paid 5 cents for it. So I paid 1 nickel per card, and I'll be throwing them into my 50-cent boxes. For card shows, this is mainly what this purpose is to beef up and add to my value boxes that I have set up at my tables. Anything that is in a top load with no sleeve around it, or no price stick or anything like that, will be priced at $1 at my table, and I paid a quarter per card. Then you're going to have cards such as these that have the perfect fit sleeves around them with a price sticker. Anything that I have priced out $2 to $3 in this video means that I paid a quarter for it. So I pay a quarter for anything that I think is valued between $1 to $3. And then anything that is price stickered at $4 to $9 means I paid $1 per card, which there's going to be a handful of those. And then there's going to be some more expensive stuff as well, which I don't want to give it away. The gem or the hidden gem is in that pile right there. So I don't want to give away what that is. I did talk about previous video the total that I spent, so I'll talk about that right now. These 2 binders I spent significantly more money because of the hidden gem was a fairly significant valued card. So these 2 binders I paid a combined $447. So the binder on the left I paid $365. The binder on the right I paid $82. And if you really want to break it down, I'll have it on a graphic on the screen, but I'll show you, before I start binder 4 and binder 5, I'll have a graphic there at the beginning of it showcasing how many of each category there are. And then I'm going to just, literally, it's going to be a lengthy video and just showcase to you guys everything that I purchased, and see if you guys like any of the cards, if you think it was a cool video. If you were at a card show and you saw these value boxes, would you buy anything from here? So, always curious about that. We'll go over binder 4 first, and then I want to leave the good one for the end. So, binder 4, I spent a total of $82 on this one. There was, of the cards that I paid 5 cents per, there was 169. So we rounded up from $8.45 to $9 I spent on those. There was 97 cards that were either priced at $1, $2, or $3, either in the top loads or the prices marked. That came out to $24.25. So we rounded up to $25 there. I paid a quarter per on those. So 97 cards at a quarter per. And then you have 8 cards at $1 per, which were priced out anywhere between $4 to $9 that I think they're valued at. So that I accumulated for $8. There was 2 cards that I thought were valued at $20 that I paid $10 for. And then 1 card that I thought was valued at $40, so I paid $20 for it. So that is everything from this binder. Like I said, a total of $82. And the total amount of cards, if you want to divvy it up here, there was 277 cards for this one. So 82 divided 277, if you really want to know. There's basically 30 cents per card for this binder, which that cost per card is totally going to be skewed in binder number 5 compared to this binder, since there literally is a card that is valued at a few $100s in there. So you got Curtis Martin, and I'm just going to go through some of these. I'm not going to list out every single card, but I tried to. If you're not familiar with my 50-cent boxes, there are going to be a ton of base cards, and it's going to be stuff from the 90s, the early 2000s, stuff that was kind of mass produced. That's why I'm pricing it out for 50 cents. And the majority of these are big time names, either guys that are already in the Hall of Fame or are relevant to their sport for one reason or another. Scottie Pippen, obviously a Hall of Famer, part of the famous Bulls teams. Rasheed Wallace. I'm from Michigan, so he is obviously well known from his Pistons playing days, but I still think he's a great player. Alonzo Mourning is in the Hall of Fame. Caron Butler, rookie. It was just, for the most part, this 50-cent box is going to be Hall of Famers, and it's going to be base stuff. You're not going to find a random serial numbered card or anything that's like super valuable in here. The majority of this stuff is base, but for somebody who wants to pick up some cheap stuff of a guy that they collect or they watched growing up play basketball, like Derek Fisher, Dikembe Mutombo, these are some cheap options to pick up some of those cards to add to your collection. So this is why I don't mind picking up this stuff every now and then, but I'm just going to pay super cheap on it because there is so much of it out there. I mean, every collection that I get, there's some of these cards, so I'll be curious to see how these 50-cent boxes do at a card show, or if I'm going to have to end up selling them as player lots on like eBay or Facebook just to make a few bucks and move them. I think that's something I might end up having to do, so I'll be curious to see how those move. This is kind of the first time buying super cheap stuff. I used to have my cutoff point, anything that I valued at $1 or more, that I was paying a quarter for, so that used to be the cheapest stuff that I would buy. In these last 2 videos, I opened it up to where I could have 50-cent boxes and cards that I paid a nickel for, knowing that typically someone who walks up to the showcase is going to, or the value boxes is going to ask for some sort of deal. And I'd like to be able to work, so I left myself some margin there to work with people if they grab a stack of 10 or 20 cards that, you know, we could work on the price. But yeah, Patrick Ewing, Grant Hill. This collection, by the way, is almost 100% basketball. I think there was literally one football card, so it was mainly basketball. Tracy McGrady, Joe Johnson, ISO Joe, Anthony Hardaway, Amari Stoudemire, rookie for 50 cents. So, again, everything that was in the soft sleeves there, I paid 5 cents for, and I will be throwing them into my 50-cent box at card shows specifically. All right, everything here in the top-loaded cards is stuff that I paid 25 cents for, and these will be in my dollar box. Again, similar concept, but some of the names that you saw in the 50-cent boxes, either they're from more popular sets like Metal Universe. It's an expensive box to purchase, so sometimes people still like to pick up their players that they like. A lot of bigger names here in the dollar box: Tim Duncan, Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal. I mean, the dollar box is going to be more base cards of those big names, and maybe some of those inserts or things that are a little bit tougher to hit. Dunkus Colossus of Sean Marion, Dikembe Mutombo, die cut from UD3. So definitely, again, still not anything too crazy valuable in these, but they're definitely notable names. Shaquille O'Neal, Ovation, Fleer Premium, Tops, everything like that. So Shaq in his Lakers uni, Shaq in his Orlando uni. When when it comes to guys like that, Shaquille O'Neal, Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, even guys like Tim Duncan, it doesn't really matter what uniform they're in. Obviously, Tim Duncan was with the Spurs his entire career, and Kobe with the Lakers, but guys like Shaq were on multiple teams. MJ you could get in the Bulls or the Wizards uniforms. So don't mind picking up those guys at all. All right, everything in this stack, price is marked $2 to $3. Is going to be the same category as the one. I paid $0.25 for everything in here. If you ever visit my value boxes at shows, I do take the time to make them look as presentable as possible. Anything that I value $2 and up, I will have a price sticker on it. So everything will be priced out at my table. That is one thing that I like to take some pride in and take the time to do. So you guys can truly enjoy my table when you walk up to it. A lot of this $2 and $3 stuff here is going to be Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. That stuff that's just, it doesn't really matter how much is available out there. There's always a buyer for MJ and Kobe stuff. So that's why you see a lot more of those guys here and the price is marked. You're still going to see some of these other guys, Steve Nash, Tim Duncan, Shaq, maybe just some more valuable sets. Like that's a Steve Nash rookie card. So it kind of just depends, but Gold Reserve, Gold Strike of Tim Duncan, a lot of those big names still. Kobe and MJ are going to be the majority of these. So everything there, like I said, priced out $2 to $3. I paid $0.25 for. Then this is going to be kind of some of the bigger stuff. I'll put those three to the side. Everything here that I've priced out in a sticker of $4 to $9 means I paid $1 for it. Again, you're going to have some of the bigger names here, but they're just going to be a little bit more valuable stuff, a little bit more rare to hit, even if it is from years that were mass-produced, maybe still a little bit tougher to hit. Allen Iverson, Kobe Bryant, Kobe, MJ, and another MJ. So that was all the stuff that was priced out $4 to $9. And then this was the three unique stuff that I kind of truly had to take my time and look up values because they were a little bit more rare. You got a Kobe Bryant Hidden Gems. This is a card that I thought was valued around $20. There was a few sales that were priced higher, some auctions that were priced lower, so I kind of averaged them out to around $20. So I paid $10 on that card. Michael Finley was a very interesting card. It's very tough to see in the video, but that is a first day issue from 1999-2000 Stadium Club Chrome. If you are unfamiliar with this set specifically, first day issue means it is serial numbered out of 100. There are also first day issue refractors, so the card would be a refractor version. Those are numbered out of 25 and super tough to hit. But these out of 100 are still tough to hit and are fairly rare. If you look up Michael Finley specifically on Card Ladder, on Terapeak through eBay, there is no public sale of this card. So even though there is 100 copies of it, doesn't mean that it's ever come up for sale publicly. There's none listed. So kind of a tough one to put a value on. You had to compare to some other sets out there. I'm hoping if I ever put it up on eBay that somebody has been looking for this card specifically either to complete their set or they're a Michael Finley fan and they're trying to pick up, you know, serial numbered cards out of 100 specifically from 1999 or 2000, whatever it is. So I valued it right around the other Kobe, right around $20. I paid $10. Something like this, I don't mind stickering a little bit higher than what I think it would be valued at because you never know. Being on the rare side, somebody might think that it's still a good pickup in value at $30. So that is the reason why sometimes you see that, like I say, I valued it at 20. There were still sales of 25 of this Hidden Gems Kobe, but there is also sales of 15. So when I go to buy it, I'm going to value it kind of in the middle, rough estimate of comps, which was right around the 20. But I'm going to sticker it at what some of the sales were. There were some sales at 25. So that's why you see when I'm talking about the value of these, that's kind of like my safe value. And then I sticker it at what I think it potentially could sell for, knowing that I have room to negotiate from there. Kobe Bryant Quantum Leaps from 2000 Topps. This card I paid $20 for. I valued at $40. This was definitely all over the place. There were some auctions that were super low. I think they did a very poor job of listing it. Bad auction time ending, everything like that. So the buy it nows were more consistent around $40, but there were auctions as low as like 15 and 25. So I'm definitely taking a gamble on the value, but I feel pretty confident in it. So paid $20 and valued at $40 for that Kobe. So that was the 3 more valuable cards from that binder. So that was binder number 4. Now, binder number 5 is the one that I was super excited about. Like I said, none of the cards up until this point had been very valuable. That Kobe Bryant that I valued around $40 for the Quantum Leaps was the most expensive by far out of any of the binders so far. So I was very excited when I saw a card in this next binder, and that's why it's going to make it so valuable, and you'll see once we get there. I'll break down this binder, though. This binder was $365. There was 115 cards that I paid 5 cents per, which made it $5.75. I rounded up to $6. There are 78 cards that I paid 25 cents per, which came out to $19.50. I rounded up to $20. 4 cards at $1 per, which equals $4. 3 cards that I paid $5 per at $15. 1 card that I paid $40 for. And then 1 card, which is the most valuable, I paid $280 for it, which is ginormous because it's basically half of what I ended up paying for this collection as a whole. So this binder is definitely going to be different. So we're going to take 115, 78, 4, 3, plus 2 cards. There was 202 cards, and I paid $365 for this binder. So we're going to go 365 divided by 202. I paid $1.80 per card here, which, like I said, I feel like that information is kind of irrelevant due to basically it's just all in one card. So same thing. I'll go over everything so you can kind of showcase and see even more stuff that I priced out for these types of boxes. Again, everything in the soft sleeve I paid 5 cents for, and I'm going to throw them in my 50-cent box. So I kind of just go through. I don't want to talk your guys' ear off too much. I'll kind of just let you look at the cards, and we'll just go through them. While I'm recording this, I have my iPad up on the side, and I am watching the Dallas and Minnesota Western Conference Finals. It's game 2. Minnesota holding a nice lead here in the second quarter. They're up 18 right now with just a few minutes left in the second quarter. So they're playing a little bit better tonight than they did game 1. Jason Kidd. So it was interesting. This collection, as I was going through it, it was in 5 binders. It took a lot of time to go through because in every binder, it was 9-page sleeves. And every little pocket of the 9-page sleeves, or the 9-pocket sleeves, there was 4, 5 cards, 3 cards, 2 cards. Every pocket of the binder was packed full. So it took me a lot of time to take them out of the binder. And then obviously, because there were so many cards in a small space for a long period of time, they were stuck together. So it took me a while to unseparate them. Then there ended up being close to, like, I want to say like 2,000, anywhere between 1,000 to 2,000 cards that I deemed not worth it to even purchase, that I just passed out altogether. So it took a long time to go through the entire collection. And I wanted to take my time with this one. This was a local person that was not in cards. I had a business relationship with them previously outside of trading cards. So they trusted me to just drop off their collection, and basically over like a 2-month span, I just went binder by binder and slowly went through everything, made sure I didn't miss anything that was valuable. So that's why this one took me so long, but also a reason why I felt I was able to purchase so much of the stuff because I was able to really truly take my time and understand the value on everything here. All right, that was all the soft sleeve cards. This is going to be all the top loaded cards. Everything in here, I paid 25 cents per, and they will be going into my dollar box. That is an electric court, Alonzo Mourning. You're going to see a lot of the similar names. Ray Allen, rookie. Tim Duncan. There's a good amount of him. Jason Kidd, that's a rookie for Jason Richardson. But Derek Fisher, rookie. Just a lot of those, like I said, either big names, or if they're not big names, then it's going to be inserts, it's going to be rookies. It's going to be things that if you look at this card, any of these cards that I have in my dollar box, and you want to go and purchase this exact same card on eBay, you should not be able to get it for $1. I should be cheaper than any eBay listing for any of these cards. That's how I do it. So, like, let's say you look up this Shaquille O'Neal card specifically from Collector's Choice. It will not be listed on eBay for under $1. It'll be listed anywhere between $1.30 to like $1.90. So instead of paying $1.40 to get it on eBay and then having to ship it and take all that time for it to get to you, you just buy it from my value boxes for $1. So that's kind of how I price out my dollar boxes. I just try to make sure I am the cheapest available for that card if you want to go buy it, regardless of condition. So those could be, it could be a really crappy version listed for $1.80, and my better condition one I'll have in my dollar box for $1. All right, same thing here. This is going to be everything that I priced out $2 to $3. That'll be in my prices marked box. I have two of them, a $2 to $9 prices marked, and then a $10 plus prices marked. This one, everything here is $2 and $3 in this stack. I also paid 25 cents per card there, so a quarter per card. You're going to see a lot of similar names compared to the previous binder also. A lot of Kobe Bryant, a lot of Michael Jordan, a lot of Shaquille O'Neal. Actually, you know what? I don't think this binder has Michael Jordans. I think this one was mainly Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant, if I can remember correctly. But we'll see how accurate that is. So far, it is all Kobe Bryant. That is the $2 and $3. So that was everything that I paid 25 cents for. Now, obviously, I know that some of these Kobe's being priced at $3, I'm only paying a quarter for, and you might be like, hey, those are really good margins for you. I'm assuming if somebody walks up to my showcase at a card show and I have a $3 card, if they offer $2, I'm probably going to take it. Like, I make sure I have room on that stuff to negotiate. I also know that the same thing, I'm the cheapest available. If you go to buy any of those Kobe's on eBay, there should be none available cheaper than what I have my stickers for. So I try to keep that into account, and even on top of that, being able to negotiate. This is going to be everything that I paid $1 for, that I valued $4 to $9. You got a Kobe Bryant. This was a really cool one, just not super valuable. This is Topps Gold Label of Paul Pierce. This is the premium version, so it's got like a gold foil to it. And this is going to be numbered out of 1,000. So I really like these type of serial numbering on a card. I think it's very cool. Obviously, I don't like them being serial all the way up to 1,000. If it was like 100, it'd be a lot cooler, but it'd be a lot more valuable if that was the case for Paul Pierce. You got another Kobe Bryant with Shaq in the background. I actually think that's Jason Williams too, if I'm not mistaken. So a little J. Will. And then a Kobe Bryant rookie card from Edge, Rookie Rage. And then you got a couple cards that I valued anywhere between $10 to $18. Those type of cards I pay $5 per. Now, if there's a card closer to that $15 to $18, me paying $5 per is on the smaller side, or the lower side, I should say. But when you get to a card that's only $10 or $11, paying $5 on it can be relatively strong. Because if you sell that $10 card on eBay, you're realistically only going to return probably $7, $8 max after fees. shipping and supply costs. It's probably closer to 7 than it is 8. Probably closer to 7 than it is 8. Sorry, I think my low battery notification just came on. So that is my reasoning there for purchasing at those types of margins for cheaper cards. You got a Kobe Bryant Gold Mine that I valued at $11. A Kobe Bryant Hot Prospects foil that I valued at $12. Then a Kobe Bryant from Bowman's Best. Just a nice looking base card, just tough one to hit. I valued at $15. Now, these were the best 2 cards from the collection by far. I will keep the one off the screen, leave a little bit of suspense. This Kobe Bryant is a game-used jersey piece, which is obviously very cool for Kobe Bryant. It's a decent, I wouldn't say it's like huge, but it's kind of a nice looking jersey there. Obviously just one color. It'd be awesome if it was a patch, but one color there on the jersey. But game worn for a Topps jersey piece from Kobe is always going to be valuable, will always hold value. So I paid $40 for this one. I valued it at $60. There was one auction that just ended at $85, so that's why I am stickering at $85, knowing that people might negotiate against me. But there was multiple sales below the $85 at like $60. There was some even as low as $45 to $50. So I tried to do my value around the average, which was around $60. And then I stickered it at $85, knowing that somebody might look at that last sale and just want to do it. Also, there's none available cheaper than $100 on eBay. So that was one. This next card is the most valuable by far, and this is why I love looking at collections and looking through binders, because you never know what you're going to find. A Noise Boys of Scottie Pippen. 1998-99 Thunder. Very cool insert. Unfortunately, I don't know the pack odds from this off the top of my head. I know it is a relatively tough set to hit and get. On eBay, there was only 4 copies of Scottie Pippen available. In the last year, there's only been 3 copies sold on eBay. And then if you look at the PSA Pop report for this card specifically, there's only been 37 copies graded. So this set has been out since 1998-99. It is now 2024, so it's been in existence for over 25 years. And in 25 years, PSA has only graded 37 copies. They're basically grading 1 to 2 copies per year, and I randomly just found one in this collection. So it's not like, you know, an absolute home run. It's not a $10,000 card. It's not the MJ or the Kobe Bryant Noise Boys or a serial numbered card. However, still really cool insert from the late 90s. And Scottie Pippen is definitely one of those memorable names from those Bulls championship teams, and obviously a Hall of Famer, NBA top 75 player, all that good jazz. So very cool find here. I put the price at $450 that I'll be asking. There was 2 raw sales recently, one at $400, one at $500 that auctioned off. So I put my sticker price right in between the 2. There's a PSA 9 that sold for $750. I do not think this would PSA 9. I think on the back there, the coloring is kind of bled through the back. Those edges right there are a little rough. They just don't seem as sharp as some of the high-grade ones that I saw in PSA cases. So I'd say it's probably in like that 7-8 range. I might grade it if it doesn't sell relatively quick and just kind of see what that grade is, because if for some reason it sneaks an 8 or a 9, it might be easier to sell than having the raw copy. I ended up valuing this at $375, and I know I said there were sales at $400 and $500. Those 2 sales were really funky to me because the sale between, so it was $400 and $500 were 2 auction sales for raw. Then there was a PSA 9 at $730, and then the PSA 8 before that did $375. So the 2 raw ones did higher than the PSA 8, and the 2 raw sales at $400 and $500 were auctions that started at the $400 and the $500, and only one person bid on them. So they were super weird sales, in my opinion. They went very high compared to what Pippen had sold for Noise Boys prior to that. And they were really weird one-person, one-bid auctions that started high. So it almost seemed like they were manipulated in some points. So I don't trust them as much when valuing a card like this, and kind of understanding Scotty's market is a little volatile right now with kind of his hate he's been throwing towards Michael Jordan in the division. It seems like the two of them have. I think his values have been hurt by that. MJ has not been affected very much at all. So that's why I valued it on the lower side at 375. And then a card that's around that 300, 400 range, I pay 75% on it when going through a collection like this. So that is why I paid $280 for the Scottie Pippen. So I took the value of 375 and I times it by 75%, and it came out to $280. So that was the most valuable find from all 5 binders, by far the only card that was valued over $100 individually, and I was super happy to find it. It was literally sticking in the 9 card, or the 9 pocket sleeve was directly in the middle one, front and center. So it was kind of fun to find that, and it was very, very worth it to go through the entire collection then. So that was everything from all 5 binders. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Another lengthy video for this one, but I just wanted to be thorough and kind of showcase what I did for purchasing and how I'm going to price these cards for my value boxes specifically. So thank you for watching. Everyone have a great day, and don't forget to smile. Later, guys.